Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be about, many different topics, to be honest with you, but I wanted to basically start the conversation with some of the criticism, I would say, that I have been getting by some of you, of course, with regards to the magical M6 that you see here. I know that I am doing something that a lot of channels aren't doing out there, displaying big name brands, such as Griffin, Magico, Wilson Audio, DCS, you name it, and many more brands that are on their way to me, by the way, which you will soon find out what they are. And I understand that there are fans of both brands, specifically speakers, when I'm talking about the Wilson Audios and the Magicals of the world. I understand that there is a speaker for every one of you guys out there. But I also feel, and again, this is keeping it real with you guys, I had a conversation with someone really high up there in the audio industry that will go nameless. And I am going to say that, some of the most difficult criticism that a lot of these high-end brands get come from people who really don't have a reference point, a really high reference point, to be specific. I wanted to say that everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Yes, every person can talk about what they like and they dislike. There's nothing wrong with that. But I guess you could say I am that type of person that, and again, since we're talking about opinion, I'm going to give my opinion here. I'm that type of person that I feel like you don't criticize the guy that owns the Ferrari or the Lamborghini, and yet your reference point when it comes to car is nowhere near that level of supercar. So for me, I feel like oftentimes your reference point needs to be quite high for you to really understand what a brand like a Magical M6, a specific model, or a big Wilson speaker, or I don't know, the big Focal Utopias, as examples. I'm sure there are more out there. Yes, I just feel like if your reference point is a speaker that is far more affordable than those, could you really go out there and just essentially, just literally poop on the high-end offerings? Is that really something that you think you should be doing? And again, this is not a criticism. This is just for you guys to think about this. Do you really feel that this is something that you should be taking on? I personally don't think so. I have never owned a Ferrari. I have never owned an expensive exotic car. But I wouldn't be the guy to go out there and criticize the car. And again, I'm using cars because I think it's an easy analogy for me to explain what I'm trying to say here. So, yes, you can have an opinion. Yes, you can say things that you like and dislike. But there is a difference between an opinion and being abrasive and being harsh. Because at the end of the day, remember, look in the mirror and see what you've got before you go out there attacking or go out there with guns blazing, towards what someone else owns. It's very important that you always check yourself. Now, of course, yes, I am public. I understand that. I decide to put my business out there, all of my business with audio. I'm the guy who decided to do what I'm doing. I understand that. So I take the heat like many YouTubers do. No different. But remember, I don't go out there and begin to pick apart your systems, whatever you have. I don't really do that. I don't think it would look cool on my part to do that. I would be the prick. I would be the guy who I would make what out of myself. So think about that going forward. I understand if you don't like a particular speaker, a particular amplifier, a particular preamplifier, you have the right to not like it. But voice your opinion and leave it at that. I feel like some of the comments that I've been getting over the last 2 weeks have been just a little bit, I would say, harsh. I mentioned to you with regards to the Magical M6, we're just getting started. We have started with the PassLab 60.8s. We are still doing the DCS. We are still doing the PassLabs XP32. Same cables we have been using, which are Synergistic Research. And recently, my last video was with a new amplifier and preamplifier, which you guys cannot see right now, of course, because I have it blocked on purpose so that you guys don't know what it is. But you heard it. I think it was a step in the right direction. I think it gave the speakers more life, more control, more bass. Speaking of that, some of you guys like to say, oh, the speakers have no bass. Oh, the speakers don't do this. The speakers don't do that. But if you're saying this and you're listening on your speaker, the speaker from your phone, again, do you really think that's an accurate assessment on your part? If all you're doing is turning up your iPad and your iPhone to assess this level of equipment, I don't even think your iPhone can process this level of information to begin with, if I'm being honest with you. So of course, you would miss out on a lot of information, a lot of nuance, a lot of detail, the right bass. I mean, of course you would. Now, I'm not expecting for everyone to go out there and buy expensive headphones to listen to my journey, because that's not what I'm about. But just remember, look at the device you're using. Are you really, really analyzing this level of equipment? Yes, and I'm going to say this level of equipment the right way, right? That's what you have to think about. You know, I'm doing my part as best as I can here, trying to present to you all some of the best stuff out there. But I want you all to also do your part, you know, and try to listen to this through YouTube. Yes, YouTube is going to compress. Yes, we know some of the quality will get lost. We all understand that. But as I mentioned before to you guys, we are in the middle of a pandemic, and it is what it is. Like, we do what we can through YouTube. We're lucky to have a platform, at least, where we can listen to some music and some components. So just do your part. Grab some headphones, go to Best Buy, order something through Amazon, at least get a little closer to me to understand what's happening. Because I don't think putting your phone on speakerphone and listening like that is really a representation of what I have going on here. Okay? So just make it fair. That's all I'm asking you guys. Make it fair, and have an open mind. Stop being closed off. Stop being, one-dimensional. I am trying to be multidimensional. I have been the only channel on YouTube that has brought Wilson Audio and Magical. Nobody has done what I do. I'm not trying to praise myself. I am not trying to come off as cocky. Those are just facts. So if I have an open mind with Wilson Audio and I have an open mind with Magical, and I want to be able to continue to review both products and whatever they have coming down the road, whatever they have coming out in the future, I have to keep an open mind. I have to understand what each manufacturer is doing. I know I have been critical of some of the things that they do. Both manufacturers do. I am the first one to raise my hand, but that's a little different than, basically just completely destroying, what the brand is about. I'm not about destroying brands. That's not what I'm here for. I am simply here trying to share my thoughts and give you an idea of what each brand does. And on top of that, I'll let you guys hear it, which, once again, most channels don't do that. They don't let you hear. They just talk. You know that. I don't have to repeat myself. So just understand that when I started this journey recently with the Magical M6, I was very clear with you guys. I am going to start from the bottom, and we're going to move all the way up, little by little, baby steps. I am not trying to get to solution tomorrow. I am not trying to get to, relentless monoblocks tomorrow, Boulder 3050 tomorrow. I am right now simply enjoying the journey and not worried about the destination. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm having fun, enjoying, cheaper offerings with this crazy speaker, and just little by little watch the speaker grow in front of me as I begin to feed it better electronics, cabling, you name it. And that's the journey that I'm actually enjoying. Okay, so plus this is a journey. This is not a race that's going to end tomorrow. I have no intention of ending this tomorrow. So one step at a time, we'll continue to move up, and we will begin to hopefully hear the M6 morph in front of you, in front of me as well. And you guys give me your thoughts. Just keep an open perspective, open mind. Don't be closed off. I was very critical of Boulder in the past. You guys know that. You can watch my videos. And now I'm saying it up and down the street. The new Boulder is killer. I kept an open mind. Those are facts. So I always try to keep an open mentality. And I was the first one who said the XB30 is no good. And I bought the XB32. So I'm keeping an open mind, and I'm hoping manufacturers are actually improving their products. So if I can do it, so can you. And you're not even spending the money. I'm the one doing that. So keep an open mind. Let me bring to you things that you probably never consider or just completely disregarded in the past. Let me bring those to you and let me show you what they can and cannot do. And then at the end of the day, the takeaway should be, you know what? Jay changed my mind. I need to go back to my local dealer and go audition that product because I like what I heard in his room. Maybe when I heard it before, it wasn't connected correctly with the right gear. They had the wrong speakers or the wrong amplifier or whatever the case may be. So that's the mentality that I want you guys to have, is as I continue to bring more product, more brands, you guys get to see more and more and more of what's out there, and then you make your decision as to whether it piques your interest or it doesn't. If it doesn't, that's fine. But don't be closed off right out of the gate. I promise you there is a lot more happening here with the Magical M6 that you haven't seen. So I wanted to just get that out the way, guys, on this video. And in addition to that, on my next video, I also wanted to add that I will be releasing the amplifier and preamplifier that I used on this last video that you guys saw, where I played music. I played one song that was 3 minutes long. I am going to be releasing that video. I am going to actually be showing you what amplifier and preamplifier was playing. Okay, and what you don't see right here. It's going to be very, very surprising to you, for you guys. I think you guys have liked it so far, and I have a lot more trials to do with it. So stay tuned for that. And please, 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 let's keep an open mind, okay? Let's do this together. Let's get along. Look at your comments below. Look what the general public is saying on videos and see, how you feel about things. But just let's keep it cordial. Let's be nice. Let's entertain each other. This is entertainment. This is fun. You should not be making life decisions here. It's not about bashing anybody. It's not about hurting anybody. It's just present your opinion, present it in a nice way, and, people listen to you. That's it. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? Stay tuned for more. Thank you guys for hearing me out. Have a blessed day.